Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a pedestrian hit by a car in Hudson last week has died from his injuries.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says 65-year-old David York was struck on Route 221 in Hudson just after 4:30 p.m. on July 27th. He was taken by life flight to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. 50-year-old Judith Whitmore of Hudson was driving the vehicle and was not injured. Officials say the investigation remains active, and they say speed and alcohol do not appear to be factors in that crash.
Meanwhile, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has issued a silver alert for 26-year-old Brett Libby of Long A Township. Libby was last seen walking into the woods off of Joe Mary Road around 12 a.m. Tuesday. According to Maine State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss, Libby has been in crisis for at least the past 2 days. Moss says he wasn't wearing any clothes at the time of his disappearance. He's described as a white male, around 5 feet 9 inches, weighing around 172 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. If anyone sees Libby, they're asked to not approach him. Rather, call 911 or the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office. That number is 207-945-4636.
Well, an inmate has died at the Bolduc Correctional Facility in Warren. According to the Maine Department of Corrections, at approximately 3:35 p.m. on Monday, 49-year-old Christopher Wilson from Troy, New York, passed away. Wilson's death was attended by medical personnel. The Attorney General's office and medical examiner have been notified per MDOC policy. In July of 2017, Wilson was sentenced to 10 years for aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs. This marks the 8th inmate death reported to Fox ABC this year from Maine's Department of Corrections.
At approximately 8 p.m. last night, a 16-year-old girl who'd been missing was located by a Maine search and rescue volunteer and her canine. Asia Brown was last seen in her home in Livermore Falls at 8:30 p.m. Saturday. According to Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife spokesperson Mark Lottie, she had been moving around in the area, which challenged the investigation. The rescue was a joint effort by 10 different departments, local, county, and state agencies.
Well, with school around the corner, families certainly have a lot to think about, but Northern Light Mayo Hospital is trying to make some of those decisions a little easier. The hospital is holding a back-to-school bash and vaccination fair on Thursday, August 11th at its campus in Dover-Foxcroft, complete with games and, of course, prizes. All childhood vaccines will be available for little or no cost, but the event is not only for those looking to be vaccinated. Parents who are seeking information about vaccines but are not yet sure are also encouraged to attend.
There will be specific tables for families to attend. So if they have questions about vaccines, there'll be a location. I think we're having a demonstration on how to pack a healthy school lunch, other areas of health and wellness, not only vaccines, because we know success at school starts with a healthy start to the school year.
And for more information, you can visit northernlighthealth.org.
Well, it's a great time to buy lobster if you can, but lobstermen and women say the current demand isn't matching the supply, and that's causing issues. Our Matthew Jurancic has more.
It's more unwelcome news for lobstermen and women. The price of softshell lobster has dropped to pre-pandemic levels. Justin Snyder says it's a 1-2 punch for lobstermen.
What's really affecting them is the increase in costs on everything else. So the lobster price has fallen back to normal, but everything else is just as more expensive, bait and fuel.
Not only is inflation a primary reason, but it also has to do with supply and demand.
As we're seeing in the greater lobster industry is a reduction in the demand as compared to last year. We're in the high supply part of the lobster season, if you will. If the demand is not there and there's an oversupply, the lobster price is going to come down. So that's what we're seeing right now.
According to Waterway Guides, the average price of diesel tops $5 a gallon based on where you load up, something that plays into whether lobstermen go out.
It's a really good balancing act is what they really have to do. They have to do the math and figure out, is it really beneficial for them to go lobstering if, when you factor in bait and fuel costs with such a low lobster price right now.
Besides the drop in price, factors like the Chinese not buying as much lobster also factors into the lower lobster prices. But as Snyder says, it's just part of the industry.
Year's definitely different, in the lobster industry. Last year we were dealing with, high demand, a very high boat price. Now it's just the opposite. Things are coming back to normal on the demand side of things. The retail demand both here on the island and elsewhere is different. All of that is having a greater effect.
Despite the low lobster costs, Snyder is confident that the industry will rebound. Reporting from Southwest Harbor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Meanwhile, gubernatorial candidate Paul LePage spoke during a Bangor Rotary Club speakers series where he addressed key issues and values of his campaign. He claimed that the state of Maine has had too many failures when it comes to recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. The former governor also spoke about ongoing staffing shortages despite there being a number of jobs available. One of Mr. LePage's biggest concerns is the rising cost of oil ahead of the winter season.
I would have taken a portion of that money and I put it into an account. And I've gone to all the oil dealers and gas dealers and say, charge what you charged last year and send the balance of the payment. The state will pick up the balance of the payment because I am deathly afraid of our elderly freezing this winter.
Well, the Rotary Club will continue this special speaker series, which takes place every Tuesday for the month of August. Next week, August 16th, Congressman Jared Golden is expected to attend. For more information, including Zoom details, you can visit bangorrotary.org.
A tentative agreement has been reached between the town of Lincoln and two corporations to attempt to put the former mill site there to use. Biofine Developments Northeast Incorporated and the Lincoln Lakes Innovation Corporation have been working with the town of Lincoln to use the former mill for multi-phase biofuel refinery development. According to the town of Lincoln, BDNE could build at least 2 phases of its biorefinery development at the mill. The company utilizes waste wood products and cellulose waste to produce a substitute for home heating fuel, which also by default then produces byproducts used in food and fragrance production. The ongoing agreement between BDNE, LLIC, and the town remains subject to final negotiations.
We certainly saw a deluge a short time ago.
Yeah.
Really heavy rainfall. Things have calmed down a bit now, at least in our immediate area.
Yeah.
But the showers that were promised certainly delivered.
Oh, yeah, and that's one way to put it. But it sounds like the ground could have used a really good soaking, so
Indeed.
It's good that we got that.
Absolutely. And with a little bit more on what else we can expect coming our way, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather is brought to you by GRF Real Estate Company. And okay, temperature-wise today, it's steamy out there, right? But then the rain showers came in and cooled things off just a bit. But still, we'll have low temperatures tonight for a few of you, down only in the 70s. The rain showers that push through, there could still be a sprinkle or a rogue shower tonight. Most of us, though, will stay dry. We are in a clearing out phase now, and that means lots and lots and lots and lots of sunshine for us tomorrow with temperatures back up in the 80s as there's just nothing over here to the west of us. That is the air coming our way. We are in for a couple very nice days around here. Our forecast then tonight, though, is clearing skies overnight with not so low temperatures near 70. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
All right, Jeff, thanks so much. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, a historic building in the town of Orono set to be converted into a new office space.
And the Brewer Garden and Bird Club is replacing a 7-year-old Blue Star Memorial Highway marker. Love those stories and much more after this.
Many states have a tax-free weekend. Well, we thought you should save too. Right now, get 15% off everything, or get up to 60 months no interest.
Experience the difference at Jordan's.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store. Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
The most talented home cooks return.
There's someone from every season.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
Don't miss all new episodes Wednesday, only on Fox.
Not all states have a tax-free weekend. That doesn't seem right. So come into Jordan's and get 15% off everything right now, or get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
Hi, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on today's show, Emma Smith and myself will get you ready for Hump Day, best day of the week. We're halfway there. And Devin Biggs will have your full weather forecast. Sports will be joining us with all the latest out of the local area. We'll have this and much more. And Mr. Food will also be serving up a delicious dish for you to try out.
Welcome back. The town of Orono could see a historic building converted into a brand new space. Our A.J. Douglas learned what this could mean for the town and UMaine students as well.
A Texas-based company called Tyler Technologies submitted a now-approved proposal to the town of Orono's planning board. The proposed project would convert the university into an office space to create job opportunities and internships for code development students at UMaine. The director of community economic development, Mitch Stone, says the tech company is working with the town council on the next steps.
Contract zones typically have to be vetted, and those all go through the council.
The company has submitted a rezoning application. The property currently sits in a medium-density residential area, and the application would allow village commercial use, which is consistent with the company's requested construction.
That piece of property actually was identified in our comprehensive plan as a piece that was ripe for rezoning or contract zoning because of where it lies next to the village commercial in the downtown.
Tyler Technologies has an existing relationship in the state of Maine. ERP Division President Chris Webster says it's time to expand and support the existing 30 employees in the Bangor area with a larger space.
Recruiting and hiring in southern Maine is very competitive. And this was really an opportunity to recruit and expand our presence into an additional Maine labor market. We wanted to be as close to UMaine as possible for enhancing some of the partnering that we're doing, the internships, recruiting.
Stone says the proposed office space would encourage more diversity and inclusion in the area.
Business, a software company that would attract younger families, which is part of our comprehensive plan. So the project makes a lot of sense.
The Public Town Council hearing will take place August 8th. If the proposal is approved, the tech company plans to begin construction by November. In Orono, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Dozens of dogs and cats seized from a property in Alfred are now ready to find their forever homes. For nearly 4 months, they've been getting medical treatment at area shelters. Megan Wilgus shows us how some of them are doing now.
So we have very small breed dogs, we have larger dogs.
It's been less than a minute since the Animal Refuge League of Greater Portland opened its doors, and already people are here hoping to add a new family member.
We have Stella, who's a black and white All-American mix. We have Amira, who's a Husky mix. And we have Rosie, who I would also call an All-American mix. She's a brindle. She's only 11 months.
Stella, Amira, and Rosie seem like your typical playful pups now, but just a few months ago, it was a different story.
The animals were not well. They were dehydrated. Many of them were very thin with malnutrition. The majority of them had intestinal parasites, which caused severe sickness.
These dogs are just 3 of 50 that investigators seized from an Alfred home in April. According to the Animal Welfare Department, the homeowners were trying to operate an unlicensed shelter for a year and failed several state inspections.
You know, I think when you have a large amount of animals living in one home environment, there's a lack of socialization and enrichment provided to each. So they all respond really differently behaviorally.
Director of Community Engagement Gina Roth says the shelter has been waiting for court resolutions the last 4 months, putting a strain on the Portland shelter's resources.
We sent many of these animals to foster homes, and they took up a foster home for a good length of time. Normally, those foster homes would welcome animals for a much shorter amount of time.
Workers have cared for 14 dogs from that Alfred home. 7 of them are up for adoption as of Tuesday. Many of the other animals seized are also up for adoption through several shelters across the state.
We're honored to give them the new beginnings, finally.
And that was Megan Wilgus reporting. Meanwhile, the price of recreational marijuana in Maine keeps going down, with supply going up. Now, this was to be expected according to one industry group, and Mal Meyer has more on what it means for marijuana consumers.
We serve people who have been consuming for a long time and people who are brand new to it.
Seaweed Co. was one of the first adult-use marijuana stores to open in Maine back in 2020. Now it has 2 locations.
We really strive to cultivate really strong partners with the vendors and other growers in Maine that we work with.
Retail manager Emily Hyman says that means they're able to get good prices for product.
And when we can, we always try and pass that along to our customers.
The average retail sales price per gram has fallen. In 2020, it cost $15.83. This year, it's down to $10.29.
What happened is, at the beginning of the program, all of the cannabis in the market was on the more expensive side.
Matthew Hawes is with the Maine Cannabis Industry Association. He says there's more supply, which is driving down the cost. And consumers now have more options with different prices to match.
There are still great craft, boutique-grown companies in Maine that are producing exceptionally high-quality products. And those may stay a little bit more expensive, but you're paying for what you get.
He does not expect the average price to go down much lower for the foreseeable future. Even with growing competition, some stores aren't looking to be the cheapest out there.
We really pride ourselves on quality, and we're never going to compromise that, but we also like to provide quality products at an affordable price for our clientele.
And that was Mal Meyer reporting. Meanwhile, the city of Bangor is asking residents' opinions on banning flavored tobacco. Our Stephanie Wittenbach has more.
Portland is the only city in the state thus far to ban the sale of flavored tobacco. Bangor is trying to do the same. The city's ordinance was originally passed in 2021, but because of a missed notice requirement in state law, the city had to repeal the ban. The reoccurring theme in the ongoing battle on whether to ban the sale of flavored tobacco is the concern over teenagers in the community using the harmful products.
My store has a 99% compliance rate, which means they're just not buying it. They're getting it from somewhere else. So a flavor ban doesn't make sense. It's not going to stop.
Peter says her store has been in business for over 20 years in Bangor, and this ordinance, should it go through, could threaten everything she's worked so hard for.
That person's going to drive over the bridge and still purchase it. It just makes no sense.
Deej Michelle says no one under 21 has purchased from him while on duty.
I check IDs every single day to the point of most of my guests getting mad at me. But then I come here to the city. I'm supposed to have my back. They're saying, no, we're not doing our jobs. So that's what we're here to say, that I'm doing my job, and please just let me keep doing it.
On August 8th, there will be a second meeting where the public can make their voices heard to the City Council. The meeting starts at 7:30 p.m. at City Hall. In Bangor, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
And still to come on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the Senate is set to vote tonight on the PACT Act, a bill aimed at aiding veterans exposed to toxic burn pits.
And the U.S. military is changing its posture in the Pacific, shadowing Speaker Pelosi's movements as she visits the region. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
When I married my late husband, who was a widower, I took on his beautiful daughters as my own. The chaos of raising 5 girls while working full-time didn't exactly prepare me to govern during turbulent times, but it helped. I learned to listen and work together because no one has a monopoly on solutions in a family or in a state. That's why we brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together to move Maine forward. Girls, some things just don't change.
I grew up in Eastport,
My dad actually worked for Bangor Hydro, so that was always my goal. I've been here for 36 years. We're all that same company, from Washington County to Bangor, Lincoln, Prescott. We're all the same people. We're all from here. This area is like one big community. When we help people, that's our biggest reward, getting the power back on. We've done that for years, and we'll continue to do that.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday all-day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-headed pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
After a long fight, a bill to help veterans exposed to toxic burn pits while serving in the military cleared the Senate. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington with that story and why.
After protests and sit-ins, the veterans who have been staged at the Capitol for days scored a win.
The yeas are 86, the nays are 11. The motion is agreed to.
A bill that would extend medical coverage for veterans exposed to toxic burn pits passed 86 to 11 in the Senate.
This bill puts us on a path to finally paying the cost of war.
Its approval marks the largest expansion of veteran health care benefits in decades, pushing through a stalemate after Republicans blocked the bill last week. At issue was $400 billion in discretionary funding that Republicans say Democrats would have tried to exploit. Senator Pat Toomey pushed for an amendment to get rid of what he called the budgetary gimmick.
I would just urge my colleagues that hiding unrelated spending behind the sacrifice our veterans have made is no way to go.
Toomey's amendment failed. Now the bill could provide coverage for 3.5 million veterans who were exposed to burn pits. The military used burn pits to dispose of things like chemicals, cans, tires, and even human waste. Many are blaming the fumes as a reason why they got sick after serving. For some, like Mindy Byer, whose friend and Marine Corps veteran Kate Thomas recently died from cancer related to exposure to burn pits, Tuesday's victory was a long time coming.
I think it is time for us to help all of these veterans.
The bill has already passed the House, so it now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is in Taiwan despite China's threats of retaliatory measures. It makes her the highest-ranking American official in 25 years to visit the self-ruled island. Soon after Speaker Pelosi's arrival, China announced a series of military operations and drills for defying their warnings. Fox's Jennifer Griffin has details from the Pentagon.
Supporters and critics gathered as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi arrived in Taiwan with 5 other members of Congress just before midnight. She is the highest-ranking U.S. official to visit the island democracy and first House Speaker to do so since Newt Gingrich 25 years ago. Taiwan's tallest building welcomed Speaker Pelosi with a simple message: thank you. China's foreign ministry again warning that the U.S. is playing with fire and might get burnt.
We will not engage in saber rattling. We will continue to operate in the seas and the skies of the Western Pacific as we have done for decades. We will continue to support Taiwan.
The U.S. military deployed 4 warships east of Taiwan. An aircraft carrier, the USS Ronald Reagan, left a port visit in Singapore last week. USS Antietam, a guided missile cruiser, USS Higgins, a Navy destroyer, and USS Tripoli, an amphibious assault ship, are also nearby. This is not the first time Pelosi has challenged China. In 1991, she unfurled a banner in Tiananmen Square, which said, "To those who died for democracy in China." Chinese guards tried to stop her. In an op-ed published in the Washington Post just after she landed, Pelosi wrote, quote, "We cannot stand by as the Chinese Communist Party proceeds to threaten Taiwan and democracy itself. Indeed, we take this trip at a time when the world faces a choice between autocracy and democracy." The Pentagon on edge tonight, watching China's reaction. Taiwan's defense ministry said 21 Chinese warplanes entered its air defense identification zone as tensions between the two global powers enter a new phase. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the White House is shutting down criticism that Democrats' spending bill would actually increase taxes on middle-class Americans. Nonpartisan experts say otherwise. Fox's Chad Pergram has more from Capitol Hill.
The bill comes down to two things. Does it slice inflation, and does it raise taxes?
They keep talking about taxes. This is not a tax bill, and it's not a spending bill.
Joe Manchin is on the defensive.
I'm saying Americans, $400,000 and below now, are going to be taxed. Their taxes are going to go up.
That's a lie. That is a pure outright lie.
So their taxes are not going to go up?
Not at all.
Republicans claim the bill veers far to the left.
I would say to our friend Joe Manchin, he made a terrible deal. It's astonishing. This is an agreement only Bernie Sanders would love.
Democrats accuse Republicans of desperation.
Republicans will say anything to smear our proposal.
Democrats tout analysis from the Committee for a Responsible Budget. It says the bill will modestly reduce inflation. It's unclear if Democrats have the votes to pass the bill. Manchin talked on bended knee on the Senate dais to Democrat Kyrsten Sinema. She's non-committal.
She'll make her decision based on the facts. We're exchanging. She makes a good decision based on facts.
Democrats need all 50 of their members, plus Vice President Harris, to pass the bill. But while this is about the math, this is also about the health. All 50 Democrats have only been COVID-free on 3 short occasions since late March.
We are not talking about a plan B. We're going to stay healthy.
The Senate won't vote until perhaps the weekend on the bill. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Meanwhile, parents of a young victim of the Sandy Hook massacre go face-to-face with conspiracy theorist Alex Jones as part of a defamation lawsuit claiming he intentionally inflicted emotional distress when he repeatedly called the mass shooting a hoax. Fox's Bill Malugin has more.
I can't even describe the last 9.5 years of the living hell that I and others have had to endure because of the negligence and the recklessness of Alex Jones.
Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis lost their 6-year-old son during the 2012 Sandy Hook massacre. And they say their pain has been made even worse because of years of harassment from right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones and death threats from his fans. This after the former InfoWars radio host claimed the shooting at the Connecticut elementary school was all just a hoax.
I fear for my life and my family's safety.
Tuesday marked one of the final days of testimony in the 2-week trial in which the parents confronted Jones as part of a defamation lawsuit against him and his media company, Free Speech Systems.
This was an incredibly real event, and I lived it. And it's unbelievable that you would continue to say that it didn't happen.
Jones, who has since acknowledged that the shooting was real, also taking the stand on Tuesday.
I never intentionally tried to hurt you. I never even said your name until this case came to court. The internet had a lot of questions. I had questions.
Jones's lawyer claims Jones has already paid for his wrongdoings after being deplatformed in 2018 and losing millions of viewers. The family is seeking as much as $150 million in damages, but ultimately that decision will be up to the jury. In Los Angeles, Bill Malugin, Fox News.
And Jones has already been found liable for defamation in other lawsuits in both Texas and Connecticut. His media company, Free Speech Systems, filed for federal bankruptcy protection last week.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, how a locally owned and operated gift box company is expanding.
And in sports, it's been quite the summer for a couple hand and baseball programs rather, and neither is ready to see the season end. We'll be right back.
The show that launched 1,000 careers is back with all new judges in an all new season. Are you ready? So You Think You Can Dance, Wednesdays on Fox.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes and More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch-supported shoes. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual, or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes and More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. Choose from Daikin, Fujitsu, or Mitsubishi heat pumps, and you'll be ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
I'm sorry I said your guy is a joke. He's not the GOAT, but he's not a joke. Babe?
Cold shoulder? Warm things up with a Mitsubishi electric heat pump from Dave's World, the GOAT of heat pump installers. LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I broke my leg, and they got me $205,000. What did the twos do for you?
I injured my back, and they got me $300,000. What did the twos do for you?
I broke multiple bones, and Lowry & Associates got me $700,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Is it my birthday? Oh, rad. I could use some cake.
This is an intervention.
Will there still be cake?
Oh, well, yes, actually.
Welcome to Flatch has the same feel as The Office and Parks and Rec.
That's what she said.
It's a love letter to the community at its heart.
Flatch, we love you!
If you're looking for a big taste of small-town life, welcome to Flatch.
You're welcome!
1 full hour Thursdays on Fox, and watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
A country star and an NFL legend team up for country's biggest night. A group of kids are terrorized in a popular Halloween pop-up store and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real?
A rebel leader returns. Lloyd haunts, and Brian is back to MC in the Hollywood Nation. Luke Bryan is returning for country music's biggest night to help honor and celebrate many of his peers. The two-time CMA Entertainer of the Year has signed on to host the 56th Annual CMA Awards for a second year in a row. This year, Bryan will share hosting duties with NFL legend Peyton Manning, which will be his first time emceeing the ceremony. The event will air live from Nashville November 9th. Nominees will be announced in the coming weeks.
Pop-up Halloween store in a creepy lot? Awesome.
Today's First Looks features Back to the Future star Christopher Lloyd haunting a strip mall in Spirit Halloween, the movie. The film, inspired by the popular holiday pop-up shop, centers on 5 friends whose overnight stay in the store turns into a nightmare when they are terrorized by an evil spirit played by Lloyd. Rachel Lee Cook also stars. It will be available on demand October 11th.
To steal from the Empire? To just walk in like you belong?
And Disney Plus gives a glimpse at the origin story of Rogue One's rebel leader in the first official trailer to Andor. Set 5 years before the events of Rogue One, the show features Diego Luna reprising his role as Cassian Andor and will follow his journey to becoming the rebel leader. The show will launch with a 3-episode premiere September 21st.
Call it what you will. Let's call it war.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, the heavy rain that caused severe flooding in Kentucky has subsided for now, but a new weather threat is a top concern for the communities trying to recover. Fox's Jeff Paul has more from Hazard, Kentucky.
Folks in eastern Kentucky beginning the painstaking process of cleaning up after massive flooding ravaged several communities, and now they have a new concern: extreme heat.
It's going to get really, really hot.
Thousands are without power. That means no air conditioning as the mercury rises. Cooling centers have been set up, but officials warn people to be prepared and remain aware of the heat.
So with the heat coming up, we put out the call for cooling stations.
The historic flooding has claimed dozens of lives, and hundreds more are still unaccounted for. Crew are working to reach some of the people who have been cut off by the rising waters and mudslides.
Everything's destroyed. We've got nothing left.
Hundreds, like him, have lost everything. Their homes filled with water or floated off the foundation. Others looking at repairs to water-damaged houses. Several schools are no longer standing, delaying the start of the school year.
It is absolutely devastating out there. It's going to take years to rebuild, and we continue to find bodies of our brothers and sisters that we have lost.
Police are conducting wellness checks to try to locate those missing. Officials believe restored cell service will help reunite some of those unaccounted for with loved ones. Extreme heat is expected to remain in the area through Thursday. In Hazard, Kentucky, Jeff Paul, Fox News.
Meanwhile, a wildfire burning in Northern California continues to tear through thousands of acres of land. Many residents are waiting to find out what has happened to their homes. Fox Weather's Max Gordon has more.
California's McKinney Fire, leaving behind a trail of destruction in Klamath National Forest near the Oregon border.
We knew there was a fire, we just didn't think it would reach us.
Flames have scorched more than 56,000 acres, making it the state's largest wildfire this year. Firefighters have had their challenges facing steep terrain as the fire torched Northern California's drought-stricken forests. The flames moved quickly, forcing thousands from their homes.
If you're in an order area, it's really important that you're out of that area. It's an unsafe area. It's somewhere where it could be taken by fire very quickly.
The McKinney Fire broke out last Friday. Fire officials say it exploded in size. Dozens of homes, grocery stores, and other structures have been destroyed. Roger Derry lives in Siskiyou County, where he says the loss is extensive.
Completely took out all the houses downriver from here. Our 100-year-old homes, lodge that was built in 1920, it's now gone.
The cause of the McKinney Fire is still under investigation. Residents here say they've never seen anything like it.
I've been up here for 17, almost 18 years now, and we had might be evacuated once about 7 years ago, but we didn't have to go. This is my first time in my whole 73 years.
So far this year, wildfires have burned nearly 6 million acres nationwide. In Wairika, California, Max Gordon, Fox Weather.
All right, and when we come back, we'll hear a bit more about what's going on with the weather here at home with our full 5-day forecast.
Look what we did again today. High temperatures back up in the mid-80s. We'll do it again tomorrow and for Thursday and for Friday. A lot of heat's on the way and some more thunderstorms. Those details when I come back.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
Who can you call when you need immediate help, any time of day or night? Always giving you and your family peace of mind.
AAA's legendary roadside assistance is a network with over 50,000 vehicles that respond to more than 32 million assistance calls every year.
If something happens and we're broken down, my family's not going to be stranded.
There are so many benefits to membership, and AAA is there if you're locked out of your car, need a tow, run out of gas, have a flat tire, or a dead battery.
You know, if you have one flat tire or one battery service, that membership fee pays for itself.
Wherever you go, wherever you are, you can trust AAA to be there when you need them.
Join AAA today for $26.50 when you enroll in AutoPay. That's a 50% savings. With this special offer, there is no admission fee. And as a special bonus, you'll receive a free 1-year membership for 3 additional eligible family members. Don't wait another second. Call to join AAA right now.
The ABC7 at Fox 22 Ultimate Backyard Barbecue giveaway is back. 5 lucky winners will take home $100 in quality meats from WA Bean & Sons. In addition, 1 lucky winner will win a grand prize of a brand new Weber gas grill. All you need to do to become a winner is stop by and fill out an entry form at Herman Meadow Golf Club, Billings Road, Herman, Maine's most family-friendly golf course, or Chase's Family Restaurant and the Hideaway Lounge, open for dine-in, takeout, or curbside. Make your summer barbecue ultimate with ABC7 and Fox 22.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8 Eastern on Fox.
There you are. Welcome back, my friends. The heat is on. Temperatures back in the mid-80s again today. We'll do it again tomorrow and also for Thursday, followed by a couple of changes getting in here over the weekend. But today, look what we did. 86 here in Bangor, 85 Millinocket, a bit colder, not cold, but colder along the coastal areas, mid-upper 70s there, courtesy of an onshore flow. And that sea breeze feels very good this time of year. Now, tomorrow, we're talking about temperatures back up in the 80s. And then also for Thursday, with daytime highs in the 80s and overnight lows basically in the 60s to low 70s, it's going to feel a lot like summer around here the rest of this week. Right now, though, the wind has shifted out of the west. That means the cold fronts come through. It's not really a cold front, but a cooler front, a wind shift in there. That's going to bring us some drier air, so not as humid tomorrow, but still with temperatures hanging out back up in the 80s. Now, their allergens are in the air. If you're sniffling this season, this could be a reason why. Tree pollen now in the low category, grass in the moderate to high category, and then mold has pulled back as well. So overall, the grass pollen will probably keep going up and up and up and up and up as we head further into the summer. All right, looking outside, you can see the band of showers that came through earlier are now departing. There still could be a rogue shower or thunder shower tonight. The front's actually kind of right about through there. But overall, this thing is done. We could use every ounce of rainfall, right? But the rainfall is ending out there now. And there's probably no rainfall back in the forecast until later on Thursday, most likely Thursday night, into early parts of Friday morning. So Futurecast shows the story. So this is all pulling out of here tonight. Here's tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock or so, looking at nothing but clear skies, lots of sunshine tomorrow. Don't forget your sunglasses tomorrow with temperatures back up in the 80s. Now tomorrow evening, we'll get a couple of clouds around, no big deal at all. But then increasing clouds early on Thursday will likely give us a couple of showers before sunset on Thursday. There'll be some instability across the area, but overall the bigger rain should hold off until Thursday night into Friday morning. So our forecast then for tonight, though, is storms out there now are ending. Most have already ended. Some dense fog, though, is likely late as the air temperatures kind of meet the dew points in the low to mid 60s across our region, and the wind goes calm. Right now, they're around 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, here we go. So mostly sunny skies, 85, but there's a but. Less humid across our region tomorrow, so it won't feel as oppressive as it did today, with a west wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story. So 85 tomorrow. We're going to go for 90. Many of you will, 90 on Thursday. Then a thunderstorm basically on Thursday night into Friday morning. Those could be strong to locally severe. And then look, temperatures hanging out mid-80s Saturday, back up near 90 on Sunday. Beth?
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much for that.
Yeah, so warm temperatures on the way, but great to hear that we have a drop in humidity. I think we could all
I definitely
use that.
welcome that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All righty.
All right, sports is coming up next with Dave Peck. Stay with us.
It's your car, it's your SUV, it's your truck. Experience the pre-owned difference with a huge selection of over 500 used vehicles at Quirk Motor City Used Vehicle Center, 377 Hogan Road, Bangor.
It's your car. Find it at Quirk Motor City.
Hammond Lumber is the country's largest stocking dealer of Shoremaster products. You don't have to wait to get the dock system you want when you choose Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes and More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6E and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes and More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
We are the first family of country music. Protecting the legacy, no matter what happens.
This family's hanging on to a lot of secrets.
You are scared of the truth.
Never a dull moment.
Ain't no grave can hold my body down.
It's your GMC. Find it at Quirk.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back, everyone. When the Red Sox traded Christian Vazquez to the Astros on Monday night, Chaim Bloom said straight up, it's an incomplete picture. Now the trade deadline has come and gone, and in addition to Monday's moves, the Sox added some help at first. Boston has reportedly traded for Padres first baseman Eric Hosmer after he exercised his no-trade clause as part of the Juan Soto deal with the Nationals. The Red Sox will get a couple of minor leaguers while sending lefty Jay Groom over in the deal. San Diego is also expected to absorb a large portion of the contract, somewhere around $43 million reportedly. Hosmer is a career .277 hitter and a four-time Gold Glover. He's batting .272 with 8 home runs and 40 RBIs so far this season. So definitely a need that they have had to address between Dahlbeck and Franchi Cordero, and they did that there. After all the talks of selling, guys like JD Martinez and Nate Eovaldi will be staying put, and will stay put on baseball too, because the Queen City River Dogs captured the Senior Legion state title last week. Now they're headed down to Massachusetts to show New England what Maine is made of. Tyler Cruz has more.
The longer you leave someone like us around, the underdog around, the more you believe.
It's been about a week since the Queen City River Dogs defied all odds, beating the higher seed Bessie Motors twice in a row to capture the Maine Senior Legion state title.
I said, no one expects us to win. Nobody expects us to win.
I'm still riding the high a little bit, I won't lie to you. It's been an experience for sure.
We were the only people in the whole stadium that knew we were going to win.
It's that underdog mentality that's carried them through the dog days of summer.
We've won when people haven't expected us to.
A couple big games where we had Bangor and Trenton that we never felt intimidated at all. The kids know that they're good players.
Queen City practically has the same roster this summer as they did last. But they were 2-out in the state tournament just a year ago. So what's different?
The team's pretty much exactly the same. I think it's just the energy we brought this year because we both had pretty successful seasons, Brewer and Hamden, in high school ball.
And now they're gearing up for the American Legion Northeast Regional, facing off against Rhode Island on Wednesday afternoon.
We have nothing to lose, really. I mean, we're going down there trying to play our best ball at the right time of the year. Obviously, this is going to be a tournament full of loaded teams.
So while they're there to win, it's the memories off the field that will be traveling with them back to Maine no matter what happens.
Spending time with the teammates, this will last in my brain forever as like a great time with our team.
We have a really good group of guys here, so I think the hotel energy is going to be pretty fun, maybe a little chaotic, but that and then going out there and seeing where we stack up against the teams from the Northeast.
Reporting from Hamden, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. And Hamden's summer baseball success didn't stop at just Senior Legion. At the Junior Little League level, the Broncos also punched their ticket to the regional championships in New Jersey. Hamden captured the state title on Saturday afternoon, beating Acadian in the final game of a doubleheader at Mansfield Stadium. Now, lately, the Broncos have dominated their opponents on their way to regionals, and early on, it didn't take long to recognize how special this team could be.
After seeing our first, 1 or 2 games and see how well we just played together. Then after that, I had a pretty good idea that we were going to go pretty far in the tournament.
They all get along well. A lot of great camaraderie inside the dugout. No bickering. They all know exactly what they need to do for their jobs, on and off the field, both.
Now, on the field, 14-year-old Bodie Bishop has proven to be a rising star across several Hamden teams. This summer, Bishop took home the rare Triple Crown. He helped win a state title with the Junior Little League team, Junior Legion, and even Senior Legion, playing up with the River Dogs during their playoff push.
It's just been so fun, just playing for one team and then playing for another team, then playing for the other team. And it was just great having all three teams come out on top.
Bodie is a great guy, very humble. He comes out to play. All he wants to do is win. He's just an all-around, he's a ball player. He really is.
I don't think there's a higher compliment than you can get than being just called a ball player. That's pretty much peak right there. Best of luck to those teams. And to contribute to their trip, you can find their GoFundMe pages on our website, foxbangor.com. After all that baseball talk, though, let's close things out with an update from Foxborough. Training camp continued in full pads for the Patriots on Tuesday. And similar to Monday, it was once again the defense that reportedly had the edge. Mac Jones said in the offense are still working to get comfortable running their new offense. Now, they know it's going to be a process, but that doesn't make losing any easier, even if it's just in practice.
It's very competitive, and when we lose the day, to me, that's like a shot in the heart, you know? It's like we lost the game. So there's a lot more than that because it's practice. You want to learn, but at the end of the day, we're out here competing, and the goal is to have more good plays than the other team. And in that case, that's the defense right now. And I feel like we can compete even more and even better.
So the mindset for him has just got to be day by day. All right, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best, most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
At Firehouse Subs, we give you craveable subs that are piping hot and piled high. And a portion of every purchase helps give them the life-saving equipment they need. Order online or on the app for contactless pickup or delivery. Only at Firehouse Subs.
It's about to go down. Bangor, Maine. It's time. Pitbull. Can't Stop Us Now tour. I don't know about you, but I feel good. Pitbull. The party of a lifetime. With special guest Iggy Azalea. Maine Savings Amphitheater, August 11th. Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com. For more, hit pitbullmusic.com.
Fireball. Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
Welcome back, everyone. The Brewer Garden and Bird Club has spruced up a well-known marker. They recently replaced a 70-year-old Blue Star Memorial Highway marker. Carol Smith from Brewer Garden and Bird Club said the old marker was damaged and couldn't be properly refurbished. So, with the help of a local veteran, the club raised the $1,590 needed to purchase a new one. They'll be holding a rededication ceremony on August 30th at 11 a.m. on site. That marker is located at the corner of Wilson Street and Mullen Way near the pool.
Well, a locally owned and operated gift box company is opening its newest and largest location in Brewer. After 6 years of operation, Box of Maine has opened its third location. From humble beginnings as a mail-order business out of its owner's basement, Box of Maine has grown to a company that has customers all over the world. From that demand, Box of Maine was able to find its newest home in Brewer. Daniel Finnemore, the owner, says the new location is better suited for the business's packaging and shipping needs. He says it also offers something completely new, a storefront where guests can go and browse the selection of over 200 different Maine goodies.
Now we can expand and do other things. We can start to do seafood. We have a retail location where now our customers can come in, and we have tourists that come in every day, and they're just a little gift shop. They can come in and build their own box. So it's unlimited on what we can do now.
Well, with so much success, Daniel says he thought Box of Maine should also give back to the communities around it. Every month, Box of Maine partners up with a different nonprofit organization, and this month's partner is the Durgan Center in Brewer.
As we team up for our big grand opening, it's the Durgan Center, Eastern Area Agency on Aging. It just made sense. They're here in Brewer. They just moved to Brewer recently as well, and they're out supporting their community through programs and events.
Well, from now until the end of the month, Box of Maine will donate $1 to the Durgan Center for every gift box sold. And it is so awesome to see just a small business flourishing after the tough time that all businesses have gone through, during the pandemic, but especially small businesses for sure. And to have it be a business that just brings Maine to the forefront of people's consciousness.
Yeah.
All over the country and all over the world. It's just awesome.
It really is. So many people hear about Maine and maybe want to visit, and maybe they can't. And this is a great way to share a little bit of a taste of Maine with them.
Yeah.
And love to see them giving back to the community as they're able to as well.
Absolutely.
I have to say, when I first moved here, I got my parents one of the boxes of Maine's after hearing about it, and they loved it.
Yeah.
It was really cool, and you got to customize it. So I'm really looking forward to going and seeing their new shop.
You love the customization aspect, especially.
It's very cool.
All righty. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at Fox 22 News, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.